as we begin, just really noticing both in the check-ins, this place of like, sometimes we're having these experiences of feeling and experiencing value in this sort of shift of how we're orienting in our lives as a result of the virus. And also places where we're feeling like there's something missing, like someone mentioned, really missing that connection, that physical touch. And as I was tuning in tonight about what is supportive, what is needed, I kept hearing, feeling, seeing, and sensing the experience of needing more receptivity, a capacity to receive more fully the blessings, the gifts, the experience that is here for us, whatever that looks like. And so tonight our meditation is going to focus on just how do we open to more support? How do we open even more to the grace that's available? And sometimes when it happens for sometimes the experience that when we know there's suffering and distress happening either in our immediate sphere or sort of out in the larger sphere of our world, we tend to feel like it's not okay to deeply be okay, to deeply settle into nourishment and ease and the blessings of our life, whatever they may be. And I really want to speak to that fact that when we nourish ourselves, when we allow ourselves to come into sacred and holy connection in the body temple where we are feeling our divine nature, that starts to fill us up. And from that place, we can be called into sacred service to serve either our smaller communities or our larger communities in whatever way is needed. And so that tendency to sort of want to, everybody's upset, I shouldn't be okay. I should be upset too. I want to just invite you to just for now, just let that notion go and really rest in the truth that as you nourish and support yourself, you will then be able to be shown in whatever way you are called to be of service to others. And it's certainly not through joining the misery. It's certainly through connecting to our greatest power and source point so that that energy is moving through us so that we're generating and creating together a different field, a different way. And so tonight we're just going to begin there with that intention. And so I'll just invite you to allow your awareness to drop inward. To begin to find a place where the body can be at rest. As you do that, begin to connect with your own breath. As you connect with breath, really feel the sensations of your breathing. Noticing and sensing the breath as it comes in and moves through the passageways. Noticing and sensing the breath as it leaves the body. Allowing the jaw to begin to soften and rest even slightly open. Allow the tongue to relax all the way to its base. Let even the teeth and the gums begin to relax and let go of holding and tension. Begin feeling that the face starts to melt like warm candle wax. In this melting, the falling away of the shoulds and the who I need to be. As that happens, you find yourself settling more into the heart space. More into the low belly. As you begin to land in the body temple more fully, you begin to feel the pelvic bowl widening and deepening so that you feel a base that's growing, a heaviness there as the gravitational pull of Mother Earth anchors you here into this present moment. And you begin to feel the resonance between your body and the Earth's body. When you allow yourself to draw nourishment from that connection, feeling a softening at the pelvic floor. In that softening, you begin to allow even more release as that base gets wider and more full. You start to feel fortification, the energy running through the spine begins to pull you into an alignment that feels more at ease and at the same time more alive. With each breath, you breathe in the nourishment of that. And you begin to recognize nothing is needed of you in this moment. And so the mind begins to soften even more as the thoughts fall away. And this eternal now moment is tangibly felt. There's a sacred stillness and ease and you surrender into that. In that surrendering, begin to notice where is my breath flowing with ease. Where is my prana and my energy flowing with ease in this body temple? And noticing where is my breath not flowing with ease? Where, if any places, is the prana stagnant, stuck, not flowing in this body temple? In that noticing, bring your awareness very gently with compassion to the place where the body is not receiving prana and breath as fully. If there's more than one place, just pick a place to begin. As you bring your compassionate presence to that place, just invite this part of the body to receive the breath as you intend to bring breath directly there. As you bring the breath there, you also bring the prana there, the life force energy. And you just begin to very gently make this offering, noticing without judgment or story if the body's able to bring that part alive. And then begin to imagine that with each breath you're receiving, you're breathing the whole body. The whole body becomes one sphere of breath, expanding and receiving in every direction, spherically, and letting go, releasing also from every direction, spherically. As you allow breath and prana to flow to your entire body in this way, you begin to feel the roundness of your energy body. as it's enlivened. And you allow yourself the nourishment of this. As you've come into greater presence in the body, begin to draw your awareness to your source of spiritual resource. Whether this resource has a name, God, Goddess, Source, whether it's a feeling of connection to greater love or greater good, a sense of being intimately woven into the fabric of nature and Mother Earth. However you find resource spiritually, begin to invoke that link, that connection that you have. And with that spherical breath, begin to receive that divine holy connection through the entire body temple. Really drink in the nourishment. And see if you can open even more to the grace of that spiritual source pipeline that is unique to you. Imagine every cell in your body opening, turning its awareness to that grace. As that happens, you'll begin most likely to feel a greater cellular awareness, like your cells are sparkling or shimmering or tingling. And allow yourself to sparkle even more as you keep receiving more. Remembering every cell, remembering who you are, what you're made of. that spiritual fabric that weaves your cells together to create a body is enlivening. Allow particular receptivity in the place or places where you noticed it was difficult for breath and prana to flow. Gently and compassionately encouraging those places to absorb even more of the beauty of your spiritual connection. This is the animating energy of our lives. Let it animate you. In this place where we are feeling our spiritual aliveness, our unique connection to the divine, potentiated and activated by our receiving. Let's feel the field that we've created together. Feel your fellow meditators and their sparkling cells and energy fields. And notice in that connection an amplification in your own body temple. This sacred principle of how our communing together amplifies our personal receptivity. Feeling your body so full, so enlivened, so animated by this grace that you can feel it's emanating out. You can feel that you've become a transmitter of this holy light, the light of your divine connection, the light that you are. Allow this enlivening to transform any places of struggle or challenge you've noticed in recent days or weeks. You can feel the potency of this vibrating resonance. Just direct it by bringing into awareness any of those places of challenge. And just keep receiving and emanating and allowing those places to be touched. by the fullness of who you are. Giving full permission for this potent soul vibrancy to gobble up and transmute anything that's no longer serving you. Drawing your awareness to this emanating field of light that we've co-created with these access points that we each are. We've created a web of remembering. And each of us are connected to a larger web and ultimately to the entire web of life. And so let's take a moment and allow this deep receiving that's emanating from ourselves to reverberate out through the web of life. For the benefit of all beings. Just taking note. How is this body different than when I began? And just allowing this next question to reverberate without an answer in this moment, but allow it to be answered moment by moment as you move through your life. How can this remembering continue to enliven me as I move about my evening and the week and the next week? How can this remembering continue to enliven me? How can I continue to receive the grace that's pouring forth moment by moment? And just letting that question reverberate through the body. And then gently, as you're ready, bringing yourself back into presence in this moment, allowing the eyes to open.